Welcome everybody to my video on what I call mediumship diet. I am excited to give you guys what I do and how it works for me. And it's going to be very exciting to see everybody's ideas grow from this live in the month of September, because I'm asking everyone that watches this video or is guided to watch this video to share their results after they've done this, whether it is on YouTube or it is on the Mediumship page. As you know, this is normally posted on our Mediumship Development Support groups. We are on Facebook. We have locality Mediumship Development Support groups as well. It's just a Mediumship Development Support group. And if you're on my YouTube and viewing this, please join us on Facebook. We are a growing group and we are passionate about what we do and excited about what we do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share screen here. Let's see if we can do this. And I'm going to show you guys the pictures that I want to come to and where I want to begin with this conversation. All right. So as I am sharing here, I'm in the group, obviously, where we are going live. But I want to begin with first with spiritual foods. All right. And yes, when you think of a diet, you're like foods, but it really truly does help us in this process that we call mediumship. When we are in the power, which is the power of a mediumship reading, our physical body is still physical. It's dense. It has organs. It has obviously a big percentage of water within it. And at that time that we are connecting, the water is the conduit to the power in which we are in during this time, during these readings. So we should think of replenishing the loss of the things we lose during this time so that we can be the best mediums we can be, and most importantly, also the best human beings we can be. We want to do this work without feeling drained, exhausted, depleted. I know that in the very beginning of my journey, I'm an extremist. I was doing too much, too fast, and I was working 6 hours straight. Obviously, I was not, I was self-taught, and I didn't have somebody to say, hey, 2 hours is the max. And because I was like, oh, 2 hours is, that's not true. I could go 6. Well, yeah, spirit will sustain you during that time. But what is happening within the physical body at that time? Your physical body is losing a little bit of magnesium and potassium. And that's why we feel very faint sometimes, or very weak, or very lethargic. The things to do to help with that, so that we're able to have this human experience and this spiritual experience, is acknowledge a mediumship diet, for the sake of the topic today, what I call mediumship diet. And so if you are a working medium or even a developing medium, try to have one of these foods with you when you are doing this work. Try to have it afterwards, all right, after you're done working, to give back to your body the magnesium and potassium that you've lost a little bit with being in the power. Now, when I'm talking about being in the power, again, it's that higher frequency. And we're going to talk about frequency because I'm also having you guys do a mediumship prescription, giving you a mediumship prescription. And I love this. It's so much fun. It's a lot of fun prepping for it. And that's why I wanted to do it now. You guys have a couple days before September begins to kind of prep and get ready. It is September 2018. But again, this video will be on my YouTube forever and ever. So this can be done at any time. But we will share our results. What I do when I have 3 readings in a row, a group, classes, when I'm teaching, I will make sure that I have either a banana, papayas, avocado, oranges, pears, baked potato, milk, tuna, spinach, and cantaloupe with me, one of those things. Because that really truly helps. Also, and I'll put it in here, which I didn't, is dark chocolate. It really helps. Luann introduced me to that, and it really does help a great deal to ground us, okay? These are, dark chocolate grounds us down after the work so that our spirit body obviously has done what it needs to do, but we're coming back to the frequency that we need to be in the here and the now, okay, with our aura, in its normal state, not walking around with our aura wide open in that power, depleting ourselves, neck pain, back pain, muscle ache. Of course, if we have effects of magnesium and potassium, we would feel effects in the physical body, right? We really would. So having these after is really good. If you're working, let's say for 3 hours, stop and give yourself a break in between and have one of these. All right. I normally bring avocado in chips or oranges, and it really does help and work for me. So you can look up other things. This is just what I've given you guys, but you can get creative. If you have other ideas of how you're giving yourself magnesium, potassium, please share with the group or below in the comments on YouTube. I'm excited. It's always we, not I. So if you have wonderful ideas to add to this, I am open to this. I have found with doing this and being mindful of this that I feel fantastic. I feel good. I don't feel as tired, as depleted afterwards. Literally, my muscles used to hurt. And of course, I said I'm an extremist and I was working too many hours and I learned the hard way. But we want to do this work and feel fantastic, and we want to feel good. So the first thing I'm going to say to you is have something that has magnesium, potassium, as I've shared. It could be one of these things on their spiritual foods, or you can simply get creative and get tablets. I know they have like tablets that you can put in your water with electrolytes. That's very important. So you want to stay hydrated as well. Going to the next thing we want to talk about, which is electrolytes and staying hydrated. You want at least have 8 to 10 glasses of water on days, especially on days of your readings. All right. You want to give back to the body what we're using so that we feel fantastic when doing this work. We don't feel extra tired, depleted, and we can't keep up with our human experience, because that's important. If we can't do that, then we're not going to be good to those that need us in this human experience. You can put tablets. I have heard, I believe, of magnesium and potassium, but there are electrolytes, which obviously is connecting to the loss of electrolytes in the body, right? You can use different methods. There's the drops or there's the tablets, and there's smart water. There's different waters that have life water that have electrolytes as well. We're going to go a step further, and I'm going to show you another way as well that you can actually consume water with a high frequency, but we're talking about energy. So the body actually would need the fluids, obviously. So again, we want to talk about 8 to 10 glasses of water. So have water during your reading, before your readings, during your readings, after your readings. Very, very important, okay? Very, very important. So let's go on and let's talk about the spiritual body, all right? We're talking about the spiritual body here. Now, when we're talking about the spiritual body, we're in our upper chakras, all right? Spiritual chakra frequency. So it's from our upper heart to our crown. And I guess it's my philosophy, guys. It's my philosophy. And the reason I'm saying that, or bringing your awareness to this, is because your aura is expanded in that state. When you go over 200 hertz, which is what I like to say around the area of the upper heart chakra to your crown, your aura is expanded. It's created the platform for spirit to come in and to speak, and for us as the mediums to receive that information through our clairs: clear feeling, clear hearing, clear seeing, and clear knowing. So we want to be able to feel that and recognize that, so that we know, hey, all right, my aura is nice and open, and I begin to feel the light body is present, and that visiting spirit that is present with my expanded light body. So if we can recognize this, and we are nice and light, we're not dense, we're understanding that we need to have food during our work, but we don't want to have food that are too grounding. We want to have those afterwards. Some people don't eat meat at all, but if you want to ground, dark chocolate afterwards, red meat, you know, different, whatever is dairy, whatever is grounding is afterwards. So when we're working the spiritual body, we want to be up here, we want to be expanded. So this is a little explanation so that you understand a little bit of how I view it. And again, this is my philosophy. The hearts are in the upper heart chakra, all right? And then your aura is expanded, you're feeling your light body. And so what you want to do is you want to be able to play the hertz that are connected to that feeling of knowing that you are expanded and you're melding, which is what I call melding. Melding for me, and I'm just referring to it so that I understand it that way. Everybody has their own way and their own titles for it, of bringing themselves to it. But this is a great way to recognize how you're feeling in that frequency when we're looking at frequency bringing you there, so that you can recognize it and understand when you are there in your mediumship. So you're wanting to download this, and there's many different ones. This is just one. It's a hertz generator, and this hertz generator allows you to be able to bring yourself to that 200 hertz and slowly expand it upward all the way to your feeling that spirit body, feeling the melding, feeling the expanded aura, recognizing it, knowing when you're there. A lot of people say, well, I'm not connecting, I don't know how it feels, what is sitting in the power. This is a great way to know that, all right? This is a great way, in my eyes, for you to get in the state where you can recognize it. So as part of your mediumship diet, we're going to be working with hertz as well. So what we're doing with these hertz, believe it or not, the reason it's part of what I call mediumship diet, it affects your physical body, because your physical body is now learning to tolerate being in that frequency. So it's building the tolerance as you're sitting in this frequency daily, to allow yourself to be able not only to recognize that nice place of having an expanded aura to do the mediumship work, but also to be able to, you know, build the tolerance in the physical body, not feel super tired or have a headache. A lot of times when we start doing this work, the physical body, it has to obviously get used to it as well, because the physical body doesn't just go from not being in this high frequency, or shall we say plugged into this energy for those periods of time, and then going into it and being like nothing. No, it has to lose a little density. It has to build the tolerance and get used to the frequency, so that you have a stronger and longer link. And this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful way to do that. It is a diet that your body is experiencing, because again, just like when you start eating foods you've never ate, your body's like, okay, what is this? I have to process this. It's the same way that your body has to get used to processing the hertz and the frequency in which you're doing your mediumship. So now I am going to begin to talk about the mediumship prescription. I am excited. And again, all of these pictures are in the Mediumship Development Support Group on Facebook. So what I do is I ask you guys to get gel paper. All that's wrapped around those waters is gel paper, if you like. So these are 2 ways you can attune this water. You take gel paper, and we're only going to be focusing on our solar plexus, our throat, our third eye, and our crown. Again, our solar plexus, our throat, our third eye, and our crown. Okay? And so what we're doing here is we're wrapping the gel paper around the water. And as you can see, what we have is 1 for the solar plexus, which is associated to your clear feeling. Your solar plexus is associated to your clear sentence. Then we have the second one, which is associated with your clear hearing, your clear audience. And that color is like a turquoise or a lighter blue. Then we have 2 for the third eye. All right, so it should be blue or indigo, a darker blue or indigo. And then we have 1 for the crown. And again, this person did an extra water here, which was fine, but you really just want 2 for the third eye. Okay. Now you wrap the gel paper around the water, and then you simply put it out under the sun for at least 2 hours. And the color attunes it. All right, now we're focusing again on the chakras that are associated with our clairs, which is how we receive information from our visiting spirits or guides. Okay, when we are doing that, it is attuning the water to the color. The next thing that you want to do is you want to bring in, okay, the waters, and then you want to put them next to a Bluetooth if you have one, or even next to the speakers, and you want to play the sound of that chakra, all right, the tones, the hertz for that particular chakra. So for your solar plexus water, you'll place it there for at least 15 minutes, and you'll allow it to be attuned to the hertz of that particular frequency for that chakra. Once you have done the gel paper, and again, if you don't want to do the gel paper, you don't have to. You could simply get the water bottles and you can write, the chakra that's pertaining to, so that you know which one is which, and play this for at least 15 minutes. As you can see, most videos are 15 minutes here, and allow the water to be attuned. Okay. When you are doing this on day 1, you will then you will drink your solar plexus water, okay? And not only will you use those tones to attune your water, but you would also use that on the day of your solar plexus day, which is your clear sentence. So every week for 4 days, you're going to be doing this for the month of September. If you'd like to join in, or if anybody has been guided to this will help to strengthen your clairs. It will help to bring your awareness to how it feels when you're receiving from these clairs. It's a brilliant thing to do. And now you've learned to attune your waters whenever you'd like to. And not only that, you can watch these and listen to them for 15 minutes if you want to work on your mediumship, okay? The solar plexus, as we stated, is connected to your clear feeling. You're going to drink your solar plexus water, and you're going to listen to this video, and you're going to wear yellow if you can, okay? There are foods for this particular chakra as well, and I will post them in the mediumship group, but you can look it up. There's tons of information online. You can look up your solar plexus foods, have the foods, wear the color, and drink the water, and listen to this. All right, so that's day 1. All right, for day 2, we're going to focus on our throat chakra, which is associated with our clear audience, our clear hearing. Again, our clear hearing, our clear audience. Okay, and we're again going to drink the attuned water, going to eat the foods, going to wear the color, and we're going to listen to this for 15 minutes a day. Okay, right? On the 3rd day, you're going to do the same here. Drink your third eye water, listen to the tunes, eat the foods, wear the color, carry the crystals, get creative. I want to see you guys get creative. I want to see you guys post pictures. This is so much fun. My students are going to join in. They've done it before, and you'll get an idea. They get excited. They love this. On day 4, you're actually going to drink a third eye water and the crown chakra water. And that is because we're going to focus, so the third eye, we went from the throat to the third eye, and the third eye, that's focusing on our clairvoyance, our clear seeing. Okay, same process. Drink the water, wear the clothes, eat the foods, listen to the video of the hertz. Okay, that is again for your clairvoyance, your clear vision. On the 4th day, we're going to work on our claircognance, which is our clear knowing. Okay, our clear knowing. So we're wanting to drink crown chakra water and a third eye water. So we want to drink both, okay? We want to just know, we want to say. So when we're talking about our claircognizance, it is the ability that all three of them are going at the same time. You're clear feeling, you're hearing, you're seeing, and you just know you want to say. So we're just kind of tuning our crown chakra, lifting up the frequency. You've been through all the three main ones. So we go into just focusing on the crown and the third eye at the same time. And so what you're going to do is you're just going to listen to the crown chakra video on that day. Same concept, eat the food, drink the water, and listen to the video. So you're going to do this every week for the 4 weeks in September. And let me know what your experience is on week 1. Let me know what your experience is on week 2. Tell me if you feel that you're beginning to hear and you really weren't very clairaudient, or you begin to feel more and you really weren't clairsentient. Again, it's not that we're bringing this on. Those abilities are there, but sometimes some of us begin with just the one that's the loudest, whether that was seeing, hearing, feeling, or just knowing. And so this is kind of tuning up. You're tuning up that which we use during our mediumship, okay? And we're using a diet here of not only sustaining ourselves with the foods that we're needing for our physical body, but also allowing our physical body to get used to the hurts that we're in, and not only build a tolerance, but again, for us as mediums to recognize when we're feeling, when we're hearing, when we're seeing, or when we know we want to say, okay? So this is a very interesting topic, very amazing prescription. It has proved to be effective for me, for my students. It's exciting. I'm happy to be able to bring it to any working mediums. I love working with the spirit world. I love mediumship. I love everybody. It's we, not I. I truly, really hope that, you know, if it resonates with you, you will share. I get excited to see results for anybody. And again, this is just Lillian Suarez's philosophy, Lillian Suarez's views and experiences. It is not to say that this is the right way, or if you don't do this, you're not a medium. That's not true. You don't need to do any of this to do mediumship. I like to make that very clear, but I like to share what I do and what I give to my students. So again, this is the mediumship diet that I've given you guys for the month of September. You have a couple of days to gather your bottles of water, find the videos. And if you are, again, on YouTube, what I did is I saved each video on my YouTube channel and I made a playlist. So you can save the videos on your YouTube channel and make a playlist called Mediumship Diet or Mediumship Prescription, whatever you would like, so that you don't have to scan and go to your history and find the videos. Make a playlist and put each of these in that playlist, okay? And that will really help. So I'm very excited to share this with you guys. I am, again, always open to share what works for me. This is the topic for September, and it really, really, really does and has proved to help in your mediumship. It has in mind. And again, if you're taking this very serious, I really feel that I am excited that I'm able to give what I've got, because again, we have to grow together. Mediumship is we, it's not I. We definitely have to support each other and be there for each other. This is not, you know, a competition. This is, you know, us making a difference in this world. And it does take many of us to be able to come to a place of maintaining the joy in this work. And part of maintaining the joy in this work is not allowing the physical body to feel overwhelmed, depleted in any way. So you're wanting to make sure that you can do it however way that you want to do it. This is just my way. This is what I offer. And I was excited to share it for the month of September. It is a nice way to tune up before the new year. And this is something that you guys can do anytime. And the nice thing is now you've gained knowledge on, you know, how to attune your waters, which is part of my chakra prescription as well. And, you know, you can do it anytime. When you are reading, you can attune a solar plexus water, and you can take it with you during your readings. And of course, as you know, the solar plexus is where we feel the presence of our visiting spirits. So if you wanted to attune a water by letting it sit next to that frequency for 15 minutes, you simply, while you're getting ready, turn on the music, put the water there, and voila. I also have a student that sells a plate, and it's really cool. I've been putting my waters on there, and it has copper and other elements in it. And I'll post it here. Her name is Amy, and you put your water on there and it attunes it, and you leave it on there for 15 minutes. It's awesome. I also put my aura mist on there. And so to add on, just to add on to what I have already given you guys, if you like to make a mist to use to help with the frequency, you can make a mist that consists of Florida water cologne, violet water cologne, and moon water. Now, if it's not a full moon right now, where you could simply put a gallon of water outside under the full moon and bring it in the next day, you can do the same thing that you did, right, with your waters, and place the water next to the sound to attune it. And again, at least leave it there for 15 minutes. All right, at least leave the water next to that sound for 15 minutes. And you can use that water to mist yourself before reading, after a reading, and in between readings if you're doing a group. Okay, so that would be really, really good that you can do that. And again, it's all about frequency. That's all this is. This is about frequency. It's not saying, if I don't do this, oh my God, I haven't been doing this, I'm not a medium. I don't want anybody to think that way at all. We're working with frequency. Again, at a certain frequency, our aura is expanded. At a certain frequency, our aura is contracted. We want to be able to understand when our aura is expanded, because that is the platform in which the spirit steps in, right? So good luck to you guys. I'm glad that I can offer this to you guys. This video will be obviously in this group live and on my YouTube if you ever want to go back and review it or add it to your playlist under your mediumship prescription or mediumship diet. Thank you so much. Again, this is Lillian Suarez. Please join my YouTube channel if you like. I have many, many different videos on many, many different topics, and I look forward to seeing the comments below my YouTube video or in this group to see the experiences and how creative everyone has gotten during the month of September, or during the time that you do this following the watching of this video. Thank you, everybody. And this was my video for the mediumship diet. Bye for now, everyone.